Why Dax Shepard was ecstatic when Laruen Graham mistook him for Brad Pitt. What seemed like an embarrassing mistake for Laruen Graham may have been quite the compliment for Dax Shepard. Graham and Shepard played the Braverman siblings Sarah and Crosby on the hit series Parenthood, and you would think that, after working so closely together, the last thing the actress would have done is forget what Dax Shepard looked like. But such was not the case for Laruen Graham, who, somehow, once mistook Dax Shepard for Brad Pitt. We know it sounds bizarre, but Graham opened up about it all on the Ellen DeGeneres Show, and the story is quite hilarious. What's even more hilarious is that, after understanding the bromance between Dax Shepard and Brad Pitt, we can only imagine how her mistake really made Dax Shepard's day. How Laruen Graham confused Dax Shepard for Brad Pitt. So, how did Laruen Graham mix up the two actors? Well, it all began when the actress was driving through her neighborhood, which just so happens to be where Dax Shepard and his wife Kristen Bell also live. Back in 2020, the Gilmore Girls actress told Ellen DeGeneres the story about the entire fiasco. According to Graham, she often sees Dax Shepard out and about doing his own handyman work. He's got like a cut-off shirt and all his tattoos, she said. He's really that guy. Then, one day, the epic mix-up occurred. "This is how I know that we'll be friends until we die," said Laruen Graham. "Shepard was coming up the street in a car, and I was driving down the street and he waved at me. And I was like, that's Brad Pitt. For whatever reason, I thought he was Brad Pitt. And he rolled down the window, and I was like, I thought you were Brad Pitt. And he was like, I love you forever," she continued. Yeah, Dax is a cute guy. And while he may not be Brad Pitt, 59, Dax Shepard is still a great neighbor, according to Laruen Graham. "It's really cool," she said of living near the actor and his wife Kristen Bell. "I mean, it's just so fun. Our neighborhood is fun, and doing Parenthood with him was fun, and he and Peter Krause, my boyfriend, go on hikes together, which is adorable." Why Dax Shepard was so happy Laruen Graham thought he was Brad Pitt. Dax Shepard's response to Laruen Graham thinking he was Brad Pitt makes more sense when we consider how big of a man crush he has on the Babylon star. Shepard previously revealed his love for Brad Pitt on the Ellen DeGeneres Show back in 2014, calling him an angel and someone that's fallen from the stars, adding that his infatuation with Pitt began when he played Tristan Ludlow in the 1994 flick Legends of the Fall. "I have really strong feelings about Brad Pitt. Always have," the actor gushed to DeGeneres. "I really am obsessed with him. He has great taste, I love all his movies, he's a phenomenal producer, he's a philanthropist, and he's aging so gracefully." Years later, in September 2020, Dax Shepard's feelings for Brad Pitt were revealed to be requited. Ellen DeGeneres surprised Dax Shepard, who was guest hosting her show at the time, with a little message from Brad Pitt himself. "I have a little bit of a crush on Dax Shepard," Pitt admitted in the clip played. Shepard proceeded to let out a scream likened to a schoolgirl whose crush asked her out to the dance, and months later, told DeGeneres he was still taken with Pitt's declaration. "I'm not over it," Dax Shepard raved to Ellen DeGeneres in a later episode. "First of all, dangerous move for you to just do as a surprise while I was guest hosting because, as I've learned, there's a lot of balls in the air here. Okay? You're juggling really quickly. And, you get hit with something like that, love of your life telling you it's not unrequited, in fact, he likes you back, that's overwhelming. But I proceeded on and we finished the show." Dax Shepard and Brad Pitt's blooming relationship. Celebrity bromance are all the rage these days. Take Andy Cohen and John Mayer, for example. The pair is so close that fans think they're actually dating, to which Cohen has denied. But, with Dax Shepard and Brad Pitt, the pair actually went on a date, at least, that's how Shepard described it. On the same 2020 segment with Ellen DeGeneres, the actor spilled the details of their romantic day together. "I went on a date with him," Shepard gushed. "I'm not kidding you. In Brad Pitt fashion, it was spectacular. We took a helicopter," "You think I'm lying, we took a helicopter to a motorcycle track. We both love riding motorcycles. And just the two of us just took a jaunt up to this motorcycle track." Dax Shepard went on to talk about how his time with Brad Pitt made him feel like Julia Roberts, but more specifically when the actress played opposite Richard Gere in the 1990 American romantic comedy, Pretty Woman. I felt like Pretty Woman, Shepard continued. I felt like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman. I was waiting for him to set that chopper down on rodeo and let me just go wild in one of those stores with his credit card. If it had happened, it wouldn't have surprised me. It was that incredible. He deemed Pitt a warrior on two wheels thanks to his motorcycle prowess as well. But sadly, there was one major downside to Brad Pitt and Dax Shepard's date. Because the pair were clad in leather for their motorcycle date, Shepard didn't get to sneak any glances at his hunky date's amazing physique, citing that he wishes he could have gotten to see Pitt's six-pack. The actor has some big plans on how to fix that problem, to which he says he will save for their next date. Next date it'll hopefully be some kind of beach community where we can splash around a little bit, he said. Brad, let's hit the beach, my friend.